What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the It's Really podcast.
Bro, you
So,
could have started this. You could have started this already, man.
I
I
mean,
was
I
coming.
could, but I would rather wait.
So
But
you made the people wait 23 minutes because of my ass?
yeah,
Come on,
pretty much.
bro. Come on, bro. You can't do to people like
Right.
that.
I
Damn.
mean, but well, man,
Now I apologize to the people because I was eating dinner, so that's why I'm
probably had
late.
something good this week.
I had me some baked beans, so I've been tooting as well. I had hot dogs.
Oh, kind of like beanie weenies, that sort of thing.
No, not bean weenies.
Damn.
Separate. And hot
Okay.
dogs on rolls and sauerkraut and all that good shit with
Yeah.
baked beans. Now beanie weenies that does hit, but yeah, I didn't have any beanie weenies.
So, boy, I would say, Jesus Christ. I mean, how do we explain it? One fucking week of professional wrestling as a whole.
Let's say we have Jordan Grace showing up to NXT randomly, like during the
Which,
partnership, because I didn't know there was like a full. And let me talk about this first, because
well, luckily that was actually the first topic I want to talk about.
I'm gonna preface this too. People were bitching at me on Twitter. Oh, there was actually a partnership, right? You should have known this. Here's the thing about that, right? I know there was some sort of partnership, but all I've seen from the partnership was Rumble appearances. So I just assumed that was it. They just allowed TNA wrestlers to be in the Rumble. I didn't expect a full on, partnership where a TNA wrestler would show up to have a feud on TV. Like I wasn't expecting that. That's what I meant. I get that like you knew about the partnership and everybody knew about the partnership. I get that. I knew about the partnership. But I didn't know it was gonna be like, you know, full on like that. You know, now I'm expecting in the future a TNA and WWE supercard. You know how dope that would be?
Oh yeah,
Like, the Worlds Collide pay-per-views they used to have for NXT and NXT UK?
which it looks like we could possibly see
We
a
could
return
get
of
a
that.
Worlds Collide supercard between TNA and WWE. We might get that. But that's just speculation on my part.
Yeah,
Now,
but
don't take it with a grain
then
of
again,
salt.
nothing.
I'm not in the company. I'm not saying within the company they're talking. Like, I'm not doing that shit. I don't know what the hell they're talking about with this.
But then again, with Triple H and Shawn Michaels, it could be a possibility
Anything's
at
a
this point.
possibility with them two. Anything. Hell, you have fucking Sexy Red coming to fucking WWE at one point for some reason. So anything is possible. Literally anything. Literally.
And as we said, and I'm
Hell,
going to say this.
if Kendrick and Drake said yeah to the joke of them showing up to NXT, we probably would have gotten that.
Oh, that would be funny.
Would be hilarious.
It'd be funny. Just let them fight it out. Let them duke it out. But
Like, I don't care
yeah.
if you
So
do
Jordan
an actual
Grace.
wrestling.
So
Like, I don't care if you can shoot fight for all I care. Just do it.
yeah, and that's the thing too. Jordan Grace. Now that I think about it, TNA does have her husband Jonathan Gresham, but who is more on the scarier side of fucking things?
Honestly, I love it. I love it. The octopus
And,
character is now a legit octopus character.
and
Legit.
it's not just that too, Tyler. If you want to bring back Laurel's Collide, you could probably put him on that show. Now the question is, who can you match him up with? That would be the biggest.
Fuck it. Since he's in a horror gimmick now, give me Jonathan Gresham versus Uncle Howdy. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that really depends if he's ever going to debut.
He is. But I think I saw a report that they know a date of when he's debuting, but they're keeping it hush hush. So the fans,
and that's
like, I love it now. I love it though because they're not even telling you debuts. They're not telling you shit.
Well, thank God, because
Like
we're
with
living
Vince,
in a day and age where shit gets
like
spoiled or gets leaked.
but here's the thing though. I feel like Vince McMahon was utilizing social media too much. There was no
Yeah,
surprises with him. The only one that like was a surprise in his era was Edge, because Edge told him flat out, "Do not post shit. I want to keep it hush hush,
because
but when
it's
I
like
show up,
I
the
think what's
fans
this?
will pop."
Well, was that 2020 when he came back to the Royal Rumble?
Yeah,
9.
and he wanted to keep it hush hush, and he was lying through his teeth leading up. Like, no, I ain't debuting. I don't know where you're hearing that from. I'm not coming back. Lo and
And
behold, Royal Rumble comes up and he shows up.
no, I'll be completely honest. Like seeing Edge debut, return after 9 years, man, it can bring a whole grown man to fucking
Bro, it brought me
tears.
to fucking tears.
It's like,
Like you
damn.
could see, you could see the way he was reacting to. He himself was trying not to fucking cry
It's like
because the fans were popping for him. He was like, "Holy
the dude,
shit!"
and as we said, the dude lost 9 years because of a stinking neck injury,
Fucking neck
and
injury
all I
because
had
of
to
a
take was
spear
a
that he
bike ride
took.
with Sheamus.
Yeah, it took that bike ride from Sheamus where he like wiped out.
When as the saying, or as my
Went
family puts the
ass
saying, when
over, went
ass
ass
over tin
over into
cups.
the. The dude went ass over end over goddamn the handlebars. And he basically did a fucking back body drop over the fucking handlebars, landed right on the back. And he's like, "Holy shit, I took that. I'm fine." So he's like, maybe I can take bumps. Started training. He had that Royal Rumble thing where he hit a spear and the crowd popped and he was fine. He goes, "Wait, I can come back."
I mean, now unfortunately, now dude's dealing with a fractured tibula.
Because his stupid ass, "Oh, let me jump off the cage and not like do like position myself where I'm like my stomach is, you know." He landed like he was falling, but he was falling where his leg was gonna hit.
I
He
guess
just
you could
jumped off
say
the
he's
bitch.
not fall. He's falling, not falling in style.
It's not like he was not falling in style. It's not like he didn't properly belly flop. He just
I'm
jumped off
surprised
the
you didn't.
bitch.
I'm surprised that reference went over your goddamn head.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
I was about to say
But
because that went over your head. I don't know where you're trying
no,
to do.
no. I'm not. But here's the thing though with the whole thing, right? He jumped off the bitch, right? He jumped off the cage. Did not position himself where he's belly flopping, where he lands safely on his stomach. No, he just jumped off. He landed right on his feet, broke his leg.
Yeah, that's true. But now with Jordan Grace, though, getting back, because actually this kind of, in a way, kind of segues into it. It's because I say, okay, because we originally thought, that, okay, her at the Royal Rumble was kind of like a one-time thing. Never thought too much of it. And then you go back to watch that last week's edition of NXT.
I
And I'm thinking
yelled.
about, and I was
I
like, what?
yelled. I yelled, "Holy fucking shit!" And then I immediately FaceTime you because we weren't streaming. I'm
Yeah,
like, turn on, and I was like, turn on NXT right the fuck now.
because I was just chilling on that Tuesday night, just doing whatever at that. Um, it's going to be very interesting too because we could potentially see guys that could quote unquote make the return, even though they're on in a different company. As normal guy puts it, we could see Mr. Mustafa Ali come back as the TNA X Division champion. Good Lord, and then that'd be interesting. Or Alex Hammerstone could. Well, okay. Then speaking of TNA too, we'll get to them in just a bit because I got a lot of things. I got like, what
There's
the
just so
fuck,
much
man?
shit. There's just so much shit. There's like,
So
here's the thing. Here's the thing with it though. The possibilities are endless between the two companies.
because if you have Jordan Grace for her making her second appearance It can be fucking anybody. And the funny enough, there actually is going to be TNA's be working with NXT, which,
And
as
here's
I
the
mentioned,
thing. And here's the thing too. They're already booking it. It'll be Jordan Grace in a match versus a mystery opponent at a future taping. That could very well be somebody from NXT. Let's face it.
the question is, who's it going to be? We don't
Who
know.
will
We'll
it
have
be?
to find out.
Who the hell will it be? That's my thing. It could very well
Because
be somebody from
shit's
NXT.
gonna get interesting from here on out.
It's already getting interesting, man. It's already getting there. Like
And we also
it's
did see another
nuts.
debut on NXT. The all ego Ethan Page shows up on
Hell
NXT.
fucking yeah. And for everybody that says, "Oh, the Jordan Grace thing overshadowed him," it didn't.
I think it
Honestly,
kind
I
of
don't
bounced.
think it did. I feel like everything combined just made it a great damn show.
Oh, it did.
Even Ethan Page's debut was receptionally taken well. People loved it. People were popping for it because everybody likes Ethan Page. No one hates the guy.
And the funny
Now,
thing is too,
don't ever make him a baby face because he's a shitty baby face. But as a heel, he's money.
he's just his natural heel. I mean, the dude's a complete fucking prick.
Dude's arrogant as fuck. He's arrogant.
Oh no, now that's another matchup. I here's even though I had a matchup in my head, but this would not make no fucking sense.
What?
I was gonna see if Ethan Page got signed by WWE, see him and Grayson Waller going at it. Like who could be the bigger prick?
Who can out heel the other? I would not mind it. Because it would make for like heel versus heel only works when it's like who can out heel the other.
Yeah,
If
because
you're just
originally,
doing it for the sake of I hate you, then it wouldn't make sense. But if it's who can out asshole the other, then it's money. So I can see your point. It makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Because originally, when I first thought of this, like this doesn't really make any goddamn sense.
It totally makes sense.
At first,
You
I didn't really think.
it,
I thought it makes sense.
like look at the Undertaker versus Boss Man. Who could out asshole the other?
Yeah, that's true.
But then you had
the Boss Man.
Then you had the Undertaker try to murk the guy by
at the same time, you had the Boss Man pushing boundaries. I mean, the dude literally fake kayfabe killed a dog and pissed on his grave
to the dog owner, and then he also broke Big Show's family heirloom after talking shit about his father who was dying of cancer.
Like the dude, like I said, the Big Show's dad's got a
cop. But the worst thing about that storyline was having a fake cop go to Big Show and say his father's dead.
Yeah, that's
only
like
for it to be a fucking fake. Yo, that shit was messed up.
Yeah, like, but and with Shawn Michaels and knowing Shawn Michaels, and I thought yes, and I will hold my hand up to this. I had my doubts with him with running NXT. Now those have been pretty much gone away.
My man is
over the recent, not say recent weeks, but over.
My dude is cooking like he was cooking in that one segment where he was at a restaurant as a chef.
Oh yeah, that was back in catering.
The only difference is he's not.
Like Shawn looks so depressed in that segment. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he looked so depressed in that. But yeah, he was also so depressed that he kicked a child in the face.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He kicked the kid.
Well, and this is also the same guy who also super. Like he kicked Stan. For those who don't know, that's also Shawn Spears.
But that thing, no, it's not. But yeah, that's a different thing. But that was Stan. I just kicked Stan. Don't tell me I don't know controversy. He's going in the hallway kicking people in the face.
and that's kind of funny too. Like that's the first time I think Shawn Michaels ever got Triple H to break character that way.
He's like, he chuckled. But
because it's like, I mean, who wouldn't? But
yeah,
either way. So Shawn Michaels actually said, had an interesting teaser, pretty much. And as the headline goes, I actually have brought this up right now. Say with Andrew Ravens, actually who wrote this, so credit to him for this one. Very exciting announcements coming to WWE and NXT. So Shawn Michaels, who's pretty much the head of creative down with NXT, spoke with KTNV Channel 13 in Las Vegas. he discussed whether fans should expect to see more cross promotion involving NXT down the future. So we could see not just TNA cross promote with NXT, we could see AAA for that matter, or I mean CML you could do that, but I mean they're like more slim. I guess I could say smaller. Well, you did Japan. You still got the thing with Japan, so that's kind of
Yeah, they got like a deal with All Japan to partner with them. Which they already had Regal's son wrestle over there once.
yeah,
Um,
and yeah,
but I feel like
it's
it's more of like an excursion for them to like, oh, you're gonna go to Japan, work on your craft, and then we'll try to see what we can do once you hone your craft there.
no, yeah, 100%. And at the same time, too, like if you want to help NXT get back, I'm not saying get back to black and gold territory, but get more eyes on the product itself. And obviously, this is with not
This is
just
gonna
triple.
help. This is gonna help both TNA and NXT.
It's a really great trade off
It's
if you
a
think about it.
win-win situation for both companies, for both the
So
WWE and NXT and TNA. It's a win-win situation here. There's no
so
loser.
because I've seen a lot of people they would, and look, I've always had
Happy
I
birthday,
very
brother.
have any wrestling hot takes, but my wrestling hot take is that Joe Hendry for me is the most overrated in terms of as a professional.
You mother.
I'm sorry, but someone
I
had to
don't
say it.
appreciate this Joe Hendry slander. I don't appreciate it,
I'm
Rob.
sorry,
I
but
don't.
I just never look. I like
You better
watching him
believe
in.
in Joe Hendry. You better believe in Joe
I
Hendry.
can believe in, but then
You
again, I've
better believe
seen
in Joe Hendry. Or I'm kidding.
even though
But yeah.
like I said, I'm not as huge. I can appreciate his work, but I'm not like a
It's
big fan of
funny.
his.
It's funny. He's hilarious.
So I'm trying to think. Ooh, now even talking about the women's division. Now that would be fucking interesting between NXT and TNA.
Bro, both
Just,
divisions for TNA
I'm
and
sorry, but that's gonna be fucking stupidly.
do you know how stacked? Dude, combine NXT's women's division and TNA's women's division, that's like overly stacked. Like
Because
too stacked for own good. Like holy shit.
I just had this another matchup too that I just had to post popped up in my head. And we talk
Mm.
about the women's division. Hopefully nothing, everything's going well for Nikita Lyons and Jordan Grace going at it. Battle of the powerhouses. Like who can outmuscle each other?
That would be money.
But then again,
that would be money.
She's one.
You know who I want to see? Do you know who I want to see in this partnership? And this goes past NXT. This goes for WWE in general. Give me Jordan Grace and Rhea Ripley locking horns. Come on.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Come on, two powerhouses with the same build. Come on.
Like who was, and that kind of, and going back to what we talked about with each, kind of same thing applies. Like who can outmuscle each other? Who can outmuscle who?
Literally, who can outmuscle who? Because they're both jacked to their gills, bro. Like they're jacked.
Oh, I was going to say. I mean, I could see Rosemary somehow crossing over a little bit with Havoc. Oh my god! Now they just put.
Holy fuck! I want that now. That
in my head. Oh, that's okay.
Having Havoc and Rosemary challenge for the WWE Tag Women's titles.
Oh Jesus!
That's give me that now. Give me that immediately.
Or oh god, who's crazy in the WWE's women's division?
You got Nikki Cross, who's a little bit nuts. Valhalla, she's kind of nuts.
Even though I don't know, she's been fucking MIA.
She's kind of been like, she's not been there.
Because a match that I hope to God this fucking happens if the Nikki Cross and Killer Kelly. Who can be more fucking psychotic?
Who can be more of a psycho than ever? Like you have
pretty
one
much
woman who's like super psycho in TNA, and you have somebody who's like kind of psycho in WWE. It works. There's so like I said, Rob. There's so many possibilities you could go with this partnership.
Now, because I'm currently looking at the women's division, or I'm sorry, they call it the Knockouts division. I'm sorry, in TNA. Jesus
It's the
Christ.
same difference. It's the same damn difference.
Because when I'm looking at, I mean, hopefully whenever Sue Young comes back, oh Jesus Christ, that's another one I could see.
Sue fucking Young, bro. In WWE,
Not gonna lie, I fucking miss her on TNA television. I really fucking
miss her
do.
too. I miss her dearly. Like she was one of my favorite characters on
here's
TNA,
another
bro.
one I could see. Hopefully, if this potentially could happen, Xia Brookside, Sol Ruka, 1-on-1. Give me that.
Yeah, money.
And for the men's, oh boy, the men. Obviously, the men's got a lot of fucking possibilities when you think about it.
I would honestly go Moose Bobby Lashley.
Oh Jesus,
cool. That'd be fucking cool. I'd go Josh Alexander versus Chad Gable.
Oh, okay. I like that one. Like that.
That's a good matchup.
Got the walking weapon. The walking
weapon versus Chad Gable. That'd be cool.
Tag team Street Profits. Hold on, I'm thinking of the Street Profits.
I go Street Profits versus the Radicals.
Oh, that would be cool. And it's kind of funny. Speaking of the Radicals too,
or
do you know what's also kind of?
Or I would go Street Profits and ABC.
That too, but I was going to say too. Speaking of the Radicals, like with this partnership, Zachary Wentz is going to make. If he does decide to come over,
he revamp MSK.
Yeah, and in a sense that way,
them. Or you can full on go Radicals, the 3-person Radical team. That'd be cool. Like what if the storyline is like, you know, Wesley is going up against like three guys, like his opponents are like 3 men, and it's like they're telling him you got to find 2 partners, and he brings back the Radicals,
and then you got fucking MSK pretty much right. Like that shit is falling right in your fucking
MSK, because MSK was just Wesley and Zachary Wentz. You have another guy in.
They got the Radicals. Yeah.
So you can bring that third member, and you can bring back the 3-person Radicals, and put them against a set of 3 NXT wrestlers. That'd be cool. Like, there's so many possibilities. Yeah, I just mentioned them. ABC. You can bring in Chris Bay, and Ace Austin. Like, you can bring them too. Like, there's so many possibilities you can go with this, and I love it.
And look at the the men's just boy. There's a lot of okay. Now that makes it fucking interesting. Matt fucking Cardona. Let's see if he can make it.
Here's the thing: he won't be woo-woo-wooing though, and I'm happy about it because he says the Zack Ryder character is dead.
Thank God,
it's dead.
Honestly, I felt bad for the dude.
Matt Cardona. It's like I became a star with my own name. The Zack Ryder character was holding me back, and I mean,
we kind of see how well that worked out for
it worked super well. So I hope he.
I'm trying to think who's psychotic on the men's division WWE.
Fucking fucking Sami Callihan. He's
psychotic. No, I'm talking about WWE.
Oh, in WWE, who's psychotic? Who's psychotic in NXT? That's my question. I would say
hang on. I just had an idea. I just had another match idea popped in my head. Braun Breaker and fucking Rhino.
2 guys that will absolutely kill each other with spears.
Pretty much.
But here's the thing, though. You got fucking. I mean, I feel like Rhino's spear or his gore, is less intimidating than fucking Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, he moves like a mile.
Oh, Braun Breaker gets a lot of fucking momentum, and you can see the fucking ring.
He gets a lot of fucking speed under him. Like,
well, then again, that's all part of that.
I feel like, you know, when you see Rhino try to do it, like he kind of like jogs a little bit and then he runs a little bit to gain a little bit of momentum. But fucking Braun, he just runs at you. So I feel like that would work, but like, I feel like Braun would absolutely kill Rhino
Oh,
in
that
that match.
now that would
He'd
be
kill him.
funny to see.
He'd kill him. I'm sorry, Rhino. I love you, but you'd get killed in that match. It'd be a good match to see, though. Jake something too. Oh yeah, it was Trey Miguel. That's who I was thinking of.
I think
Trey
he might
Miguel.
be hurt.
Yeah, he might be hurt. So, but we're talking about in the future, like when
Oh, I
he's
can see.
healthy.
Oh, how about PCO making the jump in this partnership to
It would be
WWE?
the first time since the mid '90s that man would show up on WWE programming.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Damn,
First
that's
time since the mid fucking '90s, bro. That would that in itself would be nuts.
that number two. If you also want to bring another authority figure over, you got Santino. I mean, he's doing.
That's it. If you want a third, if you want to bring somebody to help out, yo, Nick Aldis, like or no, Adam Pearce. If you want to not have a stiff drink on Mondays, call Santino. Call Santino Morella. He will handle shit. Okay. With his goofy ass.
And that, I mean, plus two. I mean, if with this
But
partnership,
then again, I also kind of want to see him speedwalk to the ring again. That shit's funny.
oh yeah, I mean the dude who did last 1 fucking second in the Royal Rumble.
He speedwalks only to get deck and only lasts like a second.
I said, "I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I wasn't ready. No, you're already eliminated, bro." Johnny Swinger. Oh
who?
shit. He's a goofy fucking character. He's a goofy fucking character. Like
that's
honestly,
the name I'm not familiar.
Honestly, give me Johnny Swinger and fucking Tozawa. Fuck it.
I just thought another tag team match. How about the Street Profits taking on the Grizzled Young Vets?
Money. We should have.
I mean, there's a lot of money possibilities that WWE and TNA can go.
There's so much to do here. That's the best part about it.
And plus,
so much.
There's limited possibilities, not just for TNA, and even Shawn Michaels said too. Like, there's a potential we could see more shows for the fucking promotions. So that's gonna make you shit.
We could see a fucking NXT wrestler show up on TNA broadcast.
Which, good lord, if that was the fucking case, man.
Me and Rob said it on Tuesday. We looked at each other and we said, "Fuck it, we are bringing back TNA if this is gonna happen. We're bringing this shit back." So, be on the lookout for that, by the way.
But I want to say, wait to this. I want to see what this Thursday's looking like before we make any moves.
Yeah, but we already did test it out and said it looked like it was going to be a good show, or it was a good show week. So I feel like we need to just full on bring it back, because I'm too excited because of this damn partnership. I'm like way too damn excited over this. So it's like. But yeah, the possibilities are endless with TNA and WWE.
I'm trying to think, like, who's the... Ooh. Okay. One more possibility. I don't think this would work, though, is Battle of the Heel. How would I say Damian Priest and Steve Macklin going at it one-on-one? Like, two hard-hitting guys.
I mean, that would work. But I think you would have to turn one of them face.
Yeah, and that's where and that's why I was hesitant of saying.
But it could work though, because right now they're on the verge of booking Damian to be kind of a face, because he's like, "What are you doing with this group?" And he's seeing that Judgment Day is falling apart. So, I would like down in the future when he does turn face, I would have him and Steve Macklin go at it in a feud, which would be money, my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, there's a lot more opportunity. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean,
like, if you give me any match like ideas for both of the companies to merge, I feel like there's no wrong answer here.
No, not at
That's
all.
that's how endless the possibilities are for both companies working together like this. Like, there's no wrong answer. None. But what's next on the docket, bro?
But speaking of TNA a little bit, we had a title change on a TV taping with AJ Francis as now, formerly known as Top Dollar, is now your new TNA Digital Media Champion.
You know who we beat? You're fucking not that huge of a favorite, Hendry.
Actually, it was at the time when Laredo Kid actually held the belt.
Wait, he dropped it to Laredo Kid?
No, Laredo Kid was the TNA Digital Media Champion, and then
I thought Joe Hendry was.
No, I don't think he's ever held a
title.
He
held it.
Not that
He held it. I'm pretty sure he was holding that belt when he started feuding with.
Well, one way to find out. Yeah, he held it back in 2022.
Oh, so it was a year ago or 2 years ago.
Wow, Jordan. He's the longest one that he's the only one that has the longer reign out of everybody on this fucking list.
That's how over
247 days.
That's how fucking over Joe Hendry is, Rob. That's how over he
is.
is.
And obviously, Top Dollar is now 10 because I'm pretty sure the SmackDown Hunter would definitely update that. So the rest of the list goes. You had Jordan Grace, who held it for 103 days. She took that back into October 23rd, 2021. They were still at Impact Wrestling. Thank God that we're far removed from that.
They fucking dropped that shit. Thank God.
Matt Cardona held it for 114 days. Then you had Rich Swann, Brian Myers, Joe Hendry, who's the longest at 247, which is okay. Kenny King, I completely forgot Kenny King held the damn thing. Well, that should tell you like how long, and that was back at Slammiversary 2023. Tommy Dreamer, the only obscure one that I can kind of see is Kenny King because I don't remember the dude holding anything.
Oh yeah, he didn't hold the belt because when Tommy Dreamer held it, he got beat by getting the shit kicked out of him with forks in him in his shirt.
With Crazy Steve.
Because Crazy Steve held it. That's right.
It turns.
Bro, we could get Crazy Steve and some other lunatic in WWE.
Oh, good God.
Oh, I don't even know who that would be.
I feel bad for anyone who's got to put up with it.
Well, I feel bad for anybody, yeah.
So I'm looking at the Knockouts Championship. I kind of like the current design, but for some reason I like the past design from 08, like with the crown on the top. But after that, it was just hot fucking shit.
Oh my God! Every title that got revamped to Impact Wrestling went to shit. Like, are you kidding me? The only one that was decent for the entire time was the X Division title. That was it.
So apparently Trinity held the damn thing. Since when? I completely forgot about that.
She held it, dude. She held it for like a month, and then she dropped it to Jordan because she was going to WWE.
I don't remember.
She was a transitional because she was leaving Impact. If you remember, because she had that title match, and Jordan beat her.
Oh yeah.
And then she left. And then she left for WWE. Only for Jordan Grace the following month to be in the Rumble.
Sienna, don't know who the fuck.
Oh, Sienna, well, that's kind of fun. Sienna.
That was back in 2016.
Oh, she revamped her name to Allison Kay.
Oh, that's who. Okay, so that's who she was.
She had a different name, but then she's like, the Impact was like, you know what? We're gonna make you use the other name that you've been using outside.
Hey, Mia Yim's on this list. She's only held that belt once, back in 2016 as Jade. Gail Kim. I think Gail Kim.
Mia Yim was Jade. That's right. That's how I know her. Mia Yim was Jade.
Huh? Angelina Love was a 6th. Wow, 6-time knockout champion. Wow,
Oh yeah,
that's
she's a
because
goat. She's one of
what's
the
the record?
goats.
What 7? That's held by Gail Kim. So
Yeah,
still
Gail
underrated.
Kim. Yeah, Gail
Oh,
Kim.
still looks fucking great.
Bro, Gail Kim dominated that fucking division, bro.
She's actually
Completely.
pretty much was the face of the knockouts division.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And obviously, out of the many years I've watched, I mean, I had a little falling out with TNA a little bit, but one of my favorite knockouts was ODB back in the
She was
in,
funny as
in the.
shit. She was
That's
funny as
like
hell.
she's one of those.
Her partnership with fucking Eric Young cracked me up. When they won the fucking women's tag belts, even though a man was holding the belt.
Yeah, which never made fucking sense to me.
It was funny. It was funny because he was trying to get like a title, but he didn't care what title he won. He just wanted to be a champion.
Oh, so Winter, she's another one that held back in 2011. Katie Lee Birchall, anybody?
Huh?
That's Katie Lee Birchall. That's her. Winter was her TNA name back in the day.
All I remember from Katie Lee Birchall was that incest bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's all I remember from her.
Damn, most of these title reigns I'm looking at are from like ODB's. I got Tara held that. Victoria held that for wow, good.
Yeah, she was
what,
Tara
4 or 5 times. Jesus. Awesome Kong. Yeah, well, that's kind of scary if you're a fucking woman had to go against her. I'll say that much.
If you're anybody that has to go against her, if that were me, I'd forfeit. Sorry, I ain't facing him. I ain't dying
shame.
today.
Taylor Wilde's it's kind of funny. What's a shame? What I wish that I would have seen more reigns from her. Taylor Wilde's only a 1-time knockouts champion. That's some crazy shit.
But she's that's not the only title she actually had though. Because when she returned from her retirement in like the 2020s, she did hold the tag titles.
Oh, the knockouts tag.
Yeah, she did hold the tag titles. But yeah, that was a crime that she only held the main title once.
Yeah, that I would have seen more out of.
I want to see another title reign from her. I want Impact, get on the ball with that.
Man, Rosemary's only a 1-time champ too.
Because again, just like Taylor Wilde, they relegated her to the tag division. Which honestly, it's money because her and Havoc, great fucking.
Oh yeah, that's just scary.
Team. I love them, but yeah, I think Rosemary needs another title run.
Yeah, they chose an ugly picture. Then again, Chelsea Green won. Not too bad out of her.
Dude, when she was that fucking like rejected bride character.
Yeah, like she went like all frizzed out, like makeup smeared everywhere.
Makeup's all fucked up. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like, no, that was Laurel Van Ness that I'm thinking of. Her that character.
Laurel Van Ness, but at the time,
funny. It was funny. I love that character.
Oh, okay, Allison Kay. I don't know. For me, I felt like Sienna was that, and again, Sienna sounds so generic for a wrestling name for it. And sort of, I mean, so far, I mean, in terms out of, I mean, Deanna Perez. No, hang on. No, let's see. I'm looking at who has the longest reign. Sorry about that. That looks like that goes to Taya Valkyrie at 4. Hang on. Well, let me go back. At Impact Wrestling Homecoming back in 2019, 401 days.
Yeah, she fucking like held that belt hostage for like that for a long while.
You know, it's also kind of funny. I don't say funny, but this could sound crazy. Seeing if Tessa Blanchard comes back to TNA, and this kind of applies to the partnership. Who can match up well with her on the WWE's women's division?
with the question. But for me, I feel like I don't know if anybody would work with her because like the whole past
I mean, yeah, but she'll
and I
so
get and I guess she apologized for it and she's better and she's
I
getting
mean
better.
the
But I don't know. But I don't know where WWE stands with her. I just don't know. So I can't really give you an answer of who would
there's really
face her.
nothing much on that, but it is I would say it's been very interesting as well. Obviously, we've seen a lot of stars come and go, whether it's if you're watching TNA, WWE, AEW, that sort of thing. But I kind of go with WWE a little bit. Obviously, WWE's never really known to or share what the main roster talent are making on a yearly basis. But according to Andrew Ravens, and Tyron, you and I talked about this before. I think way before when this came out, that it's like 350K a year plus whatever the merch sales is, and and also I feel like it also applies to ticket sales too. How much tickets you fucking sell. So I would say, shoot,
This is
give me
what
the
I said, and we talked about this on Friday during SmackDown.
yeah.
By the way, um, I was telling Rob and I was telling you guys. Let me reiterate this. This all the 350,000. That's not flat. It's not flat rate. Because the thing is, you got to take into account how much merch you sold, how many tickets you sold, how like your popularity on the card. Like it depends on that. But really, the big selling point, even if you're getting 350,000, is the merch sales. If you're red hot in merch, you're getting more money than 350. Let's be
And
honest.
we've seen that with guys like Cody Rhodes. We see now Jey Uso, from my understanding, actually overtook Cody as the main merch seller, which that's kind of no surprise. I mean, the Yates finally fucking is over as hell.
But also you have women like Liv Morgan getting
Liv
regaining
Morgan, she's
spot.
another one. Rhea, for sure, I know is definitely was one of the big merch sellers for the women's division
Yep.
for obvious reasons, but I'm not going to go into detail with that. But that's besides the
Okay,
point.
that's just your perverted ass. Okay.
But who else? Roman's for sure. I know it's a big merch seller because I
Roman
know he's
definitely.
probably
Roman definitely. I
there's a lot of names that hell
Roman
CM Punk
like
when he first came back, he
oh
sold a shit ton of shirts.
you know for a fact his merch was flying off the damn shelves when he returned.
God, it's been a while since I owned a CM Punk shirt. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
so with WWE though, we did see another partnership kind of dissolve, but this was a mutual split. So for those wondering, what's the promotion? So with obviously with TNA, as we saw, which looked like it's definitely going to be going forward with WWE and TNA, because obviously with Jordan Gray showing up on NXT, which is still mind-boggling, still fucking bonkers. On NXT programming. The promotion was WXW. Now, a lot of people don't know who that is, and I wouldn't blame you. It's one of those bigger German markets, but you have one star coming out of the promotion, and that was Gunther. And we all know how well he's been doing it since then.
One of the hottest heels in the company. So
And also sucks to be anybody who has a BS opponent. So rest in peace, your cavity, your chest cavity.
just here's the thing with that, Rob. We've said it and we've reiterated it so many times. You never go into a chop fest.
No, you don't. You know that's like
do it.
But
So,
and look, I really appreciate what Gunther has done because look, I appreciate what Roman has given us for 3 years post COVID, but having a guy like Gunther, and for those who have not watched Gunther, I don't know where the hell you've been. Check out his highlights from over during this, where he has gone, and obviously too with WX. Years ago, before, and this is before Wade, according to this article, when AEW launched, WWE started to expand internationally with the NXT UK market. Obviously, that kind of went under. And that's kind of for those and that's kind of how I kind of got introduced to Ilya Dragunov. And which fun fact, actually, you know what? I'll take back what I said about going. Let me add that to Gunther too. Ilya Dragunov was another one that came over from WXW, which I completely forgot that he actually came over there.
Yeah, I forgot.
Besides that,
I thought they just signed him out of Russia or something.
No, apparently this is like these guys have a rivalry that spanned 9 years. That's not even WWE included, or that's WWE included plus with WXW and wherever else they went.
And the fact that they're on, but what's even more awesome about that is the fact that they're on the same brand on Raw, and that they can lock horns again.
Please, that should be a big money.
Please let that happen.
Because for those who didn't watch NXT, that one NXT UK match between Gunther and Dragunov, when he heard that chop around the world, dude, he fucking melted.
Like he sold it like he was dying. It was dramatic as fuck. But also, what really sold me on Ilya Dragunov and Gunther feud was that takeover match a week before.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was that takeover match.
The takeover Brooklyn match. That shit.
I'm sorry, but there's no. And this is what and look, Gunther deserves a lot of his flowers in his own right. But Dragunov and his own another guy too, like I think he's gonna well earn his flowers because the dude knows the dude's got everything which you wanted. Yeah, and no, because the way I look at it is like he's not big. When you look at how he's built, it hits like a fucking freight train.
Here's the thing. He's not big, but that motherfucker acts it. He acts like he's 7 foot. He acts like a 7 foot monster.
And I will say this too, another tip for those potential opponents who drag off, don't bust this dude open because you know that shit's gonna really like.
He does one of these. He does one of these and looks at his hand. You're fucked.
And it's like, yeah, you're fucked in a way because you have Gunther. You don't get a chop fest with him because we all know how that's going to turn out. Your chest cavity's going to get caved.
Yeah, your chest cavity's going to explode with Gunther.
And then when you get to if you bust open Ilya, well, let's just say you're going to be losing a few teeth. Yeah. I'm just going to leave it at that, figuratively speaking.
You're probably going to get busted open by him.
And as you know, we talked about, the NXT UK, it had potential, but just really went under, which sucked.
It was because like they put it in a random time, or it was a random day. I think they put it on like Tuesdays at like 3:00, which I get the time slot. I understand it. I really do. But it was at 3:00.
And most people
on a Tuesday. 3:00 on a Tuesday.
No, it was like say if it's a weekend, that could be a different.
Like if NXT UK was on a Saturday at 3:00,
that would be a different conversation to be had.
Completely fine.
But however, the one thing I will be very grateful to NXT for is guys like Gunther, Jordan Devlin. Even though let's be real, I kind of feel bad for the dude. The dude got quote over.
He's just a punching bag at this point.
Ilya Dragunov's another one I'm very grateful to have. Pete Dunne finally. Who am I blanking on? Oh my god.
Toni Storm. She was one.
Toni Storm's one of them before. Oh good lord, her ugly exit, which I don't blame her one goddamn bit from that.
Yeah, let's have her get completely embarrassed by fucking Charlotte. Like,
with a pie to the face.
Pie to the face. No, that's stupid. You make her look like a joke.
I know who I'm thinking of. Tyler Bate. How the fuck I almost forgot about him?
Yeah. Yes.
You mean that could have been it?
Oh, Catch Republic.
I just thought about this too. Trent Simmons also with TNA. We could see freaking Mustache Mountain again.
Please let that happen. I want to see Mustache Mountain. I want to see a little bit of action. A little bit of that.
But that sorry for the random side note, but that also applies to that TNA partnership as well. So little side note.
And also had Tyler Bate involved, so it made sense.
But PW Insider also reported that the promotion WXW has exited the WWE network as their deal with WWE expired Thursday. It should be noted that the contract expired and that WWE didn't terminate agreement. So, like I said, it was a mutual split. Yeah, and that was kind of the one downside because I would have liked to see, would have been intrigued to see all the promotions on the network. We did see another one too, which is another UK based, which was Progress, but unfortunately that had its library only because WXW and Progress just had their libraries added to the service. And I think also they actually did cut tie or not cut ties, but I think the deal ended with Progress too, if my understanding is correct.
Deal ended with Progress and deal ended with WXW. Like they're still on the network or on Peacock in the States, and it's like they still have episodes, but the episodes end.
Yeah,
because future episodes were not dropping that tells you Progress ended their partnership with WWE and also WXW did. And I feel like the reason why that kind of fell flat was because they weren't WWE wasn't allowing their wrestlers to show up there.
Well, then again, this was also Vince we're
It was
talking about
supposed
here
to be
too.
a partnership between the three companies where they would have wrestlers show up there. That never happened.
And now we're finally getting an actual thing to come.
We're getting a full-fledged partnership now. We're getting a full-fledged what a partnership is supposed to be.
Yeah. But even though it had to take a complete overhaul, but it was probably well worth the wait. But it also goes on to say that Netflix will take on the international rights to the network starting next year, while Peacock retains the rights to the U.S. until his deal expires. And WXW events will be still streaming YouTube in the future.
Yeah, you're going to do shows on YouTube and stuff like that. But again, with now talking about the Netflix deal, once all of that comes into play, I feel like WWE is going to leave Peacock outright.
Honestly, I would not be mad at that.
I already have Netflix, so what the fuck ever at that point.
And plus, I mean, here's the thing with Peacock too. Peacock, you got limited of like different stuff you can watch before they take it off the streaming service. Which, and I mean, Netflix
they don't really have a limit. Like if you want to watch a show from like 15 years ago, you can watch it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of and that's kind of where the bend. At least you don't have to miss about wearing seasons, but that's besides the point. But I'm actually kind of excited for the Netflix deal because look, I enjoy like Peacock for the long since when did they brought up? Was that 2021?
It was 2020, early 2021 is when they struck that deal. Early 2021. I think it was either late 2020 or 2021. They struck that deal. But it was actually no. They struck a deal in 2020, but it came into effect in 2021.
Okay.
Starting with, I
feel like it's been a while.
They started it with that year's WrestleMania in 2021. Okay. That's where they started. Was that year's WrestleMania? Because I was leeching off of you for like half of that year.
Oh yeah.
And then Mom's like, "No, I pay for Peacock, right?" Like, "Oh shit, we do, all right."
Yeah, yeah.
Like I didn't even know my mom was paying for shit, so I was like, "Oh shit, we do, right?" Okay.
But now, it's going to be very interesting. And as we saw the slow transition, especially for regards where they've been keeping up with Raw, it's going to be.
Now you've seen it though. Netflix isn't going to care about the edgier content.
No, because they got some edgy content already on there, anyways.
Like they got half of their shows are like TVMA.
Oh yeah, I mean Breaking Bad's one of them. The Walking Dead. I mean, well after
Rob, Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead. That's AMC. That's not Netflix. They just have it because that's a popular show.
No, in terms about the TVMA programming.
They have TV. Oh, in general, yeah, they have like those shows too. But like I'm talking about the original shows.
Oh yeah,
basically
most of it's
TVMA.
fucking like TVMA
Most
or
of it's fucking TVMA. Like they just did a roast of Tom Brady, completely uncensored. F bombs being thrown left and fucking right.
and again that, but yeah,
But yeah, it was like, but you have edgier shit on Netflix. You have, I mean, Peacock has edgier shit too because they had Ted the TV show.
yeah. Which I'm still
That
gonna
shit was
try,
edgy,
even though it
but
was funny.
it was funny. It was edgy, but it was funny. But here's the thing. It all depends on what WWE wants to do. If they want to
Because
stay
look,
PG. But the general consensus is they're staying PG, but they'll do the edgier stuff when it calls for it.
yeah, it's
Like the
like,
blood. Like the
I, I,
blood. They're
yeah,
not gonna
blood's one of
overuse
them.
it. The cursing, they'll
I mean, it'll be sporadic, but which
it's
I'm
sporadic
fine
with the
with.
cursing.
And I was also going to point this out too. Like they're kind of like they're not going to go full TV 14, but it looks like they're going to go right in that PG 13 age range, if that makes sense. They're like, let's say they're going from PG to PG 13. I think PG 13. I think that's the farthest they're going to go.
Yeah, they're not gonna go full.
Which I'm fine with, because it's like you don't want to like oversaturate, and we'll talk about AEW just a bit because they have this all applies to them, which they need to straighten that shit up on. But yeah, I'm excited to see what WWE does because look, I'll get credit to Nick.
I'm definitely intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued
Because it's going to be a different of a new look.
Yeah,
but at the same time too, like, you know, I really haven't seen I haven't really seen the roast of Tom Brady because I don't know what their live streaming sort of thing's going to really play out.
what actually they do. It's kind of what Peacock does. Like they air it live, but then it's just there if you want to replay it.
Okay.
So it's basically like if you missed the live, you can always just replay it at a later date. Like that's how they do it.
Which I'm actually,
and it ended up being successful. So live streaming on that platform will work out very well.
and plus too, I feel like nowadays, I think nowadays everyone does. I think I think a good majority of households at least have Netflix. But there's a couple more things we're going to go over before we get up out here. We all know, yeah, the wrestling business as a whole. Before we get into any other topics, I would say nuts. I mean, because could you say cutthroat a little bit depending on where you're going, because we've seen a lot, and yeah, changes. I will say this too. Look, me and Tara, we don't, like I said, we just talk about wrestling. Like we don't. Well, I mean, yeah, we have some connections in the business. I don't know how this business works, but we're just average fucking Joes that just watch the damn thing. For fellas been decades.
Yeah, we're not gonna sit there and be like, Wrestling Observer Live or whatever.
Even though they're full of bullshit.
My sources tell me this, or my sources tell me that. We ain't got no fucking sources.
Nah. Like, we just do this for the fun of it because we love.
Source we have? Do you know what source we have? A fucking TV. That's our source.
TV or the internet?
TV or
well, actually, the internet take with a grain of salt.
The internet's bullshit, though. Half the time.
Oh,
what we see on TV is what we get. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Every Monday night, every Friday night, every Thursday night, every Wednesday night, every Tuesday night.
And obviously and I would say this too. Like, we've seen wrestlers, have a change of series and have success elsewhere. Look, I mean, perfect example is Mustafa Ali. Look what he's doing with TNA. Finally, actually wins some singles gold.
He's literally working with the character that he was pleading WWE to let him use.
And it's fucking dope as shit.
And it's dope as fuck, man.
I mean, the dude finally, busted his, from my understanding, busted his ass off over for years, and finally gets the X Division Championship. Finally wins his first singles gold. Doesn't matter where he's at. That's like, well, there's something you don't. Well, I'm gonna say you don't see that, but it really did kind of really rub me the wrong way. To say you could have.
Like
But
there was something there, and he was giving it to you,
and you
he
just
was
could not get out your own way.
Like, dude, Vince McMahon, he was giving you the fucking ball,
And you
and
dropped
it. Triple H, same goes for you. He was giving you the fucking ball, and you dropped it.
And look what TNA picked up the ball. Said, "Here you go, Mustafa.
There you go.
Honestly, put on a really good,
They
great match with Chris Sabin for the X Division
They handed
Championship."
it off to the guy. It's a fucking touchdown of a character. Touchdown.
Now, yeah, I mean, look, no wrestling business is going to be perfect. I mean, shit, and yeah, we see some company, not just WWE fumble the bag. I mean, TNA has, I would say that's not been notorious, but there's some instances, like a company like TNA,
a few bags here and there. They fumbled a few, but
I mean, AW in particular is another one that we can bash on. There's countless.
That's just the nature of the wrestling business. Like some companies,
it's a cutthroat business at the end of the day.
Some companies utilize guys better than others.
Yeah, I mean, that's why professional wrestling has been this is probably the best years. Good Lord, we have seen professional wrestling, not just from like the big companies, but you also like to see the indie scene kind of blow up too in the span of about a year and a half. Like companies like GCW. There's another one I'm thinking of. I'm kind of blanking on right now. It's going to come to me.
You have companies like GCW. You have, your local indie markets. Which
was
like I could sit, like I have a buddy, like I already always gloat about this guy. I have a buddy who I went to high school with. We interviewed him. You can go check out the interview. He goes by the name of Sean Henderson. His events or the events that he's on, I don't just watch for this guy. Like the quality of those shows are great.
Yeah, it's
like that's the thing. Like the local indie markets, please watch those.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The quality of those shows are so good. With the limited resources, and it's also kind of crazy too. With the limited resources that they have, they put on great fucking shows.
That, and at the same time too, you don't know who you're not just your local indie wrestlers, but you never know you're gonna get Benny, aka Paul London, who I've never thought he had this much fucking charisma in his damn entire career.
This man's coming out just like Elvis and singing now. Like, where was this charisma?
I mean, one of the Phantom of the Opera stuff is this. But I mean, the dude still has it.
It was like Phantom of the Opera / Elvis / a wrestler / whatever the fuck he had.
But whatever was working, what he was doing with it was working.
It was fucking working, bro.
I mean, the dude still looks great. He's shown it.
Awesome.
Yeah, he looks like he's kind of shown his age a little bit. I will say that, but I'm saying that's a good way.
Yeah, a little bit, but he aged gracefully.
Oh yeah,
he still looks great for his age. Like it's awesome.
And plus, too, like when you have companies like say AEW or WWE, and that's what I like about these indie scenes. Like they're like the breeding, like the
breeding ground.
Yes, that's what I meant to fucking say before I had a mental stroke.
You started to say breeding ground, and then your brain just broke.
It just shut off like a fucking like a Microsoft automatic update. God damn it! Yeah, I had a complete mental stroke. So apologies on that end.
Bro, you had the fucking error message of Windows.
I had the blue screen of death mode. Good Lord, that shit. Can this street of fucking just
reboot your fucking software.
But yeah, the breeding ground too of guys. We could potentially make it to the big time. And as we talked to Sean too, like this guy's the limit. Fuck. Damn it.
Sky's the what?
The sky's the limit is what I meant to fucking say. Damn it. God,
When you
I'm
said
now. I'm
sky's
gonna
the limit,
shut the fuck up, asshole. I was like,
like your
God,
brain just like slowly melted
my
as you're
brain
saying
hates
sky.
me. And for those who've been around the channel for a long time, this is the consistent streak that this jackass has had to fucking poke fun at, and rightfully so. But yeah, the
Yes,
sky's the limit with Sean.
I am this stream's resident jackass. So
The fact that I had to put up with almost for 15 fucking years, so I'm grateful for
13 of
that.
those, 13 right now, bro. 13.
But yeah, but like I was saying, yeah, the sky. We told Sean and myself included that the sky's the limit with him. There's because like I said, there's a potential with a lot of these indie wrestlers.
Yeah, and bro was working himself at a GCW show.
Yeah, I think a 6-man tag match. I think it was.
It was a 6-man tag match. It was during the backyard, like pay-per-view they had.
Oh yeah,
for GCW. He was working that show, so he is highly touted after by the higher indie markets.
Like yeah. I mean, and as we said, and for those who are, your indie and independent wrestlers, don't stop. You got to put that hard work in.
Grind, bro.
Because, like I said, you may never know who's watching. It like I said, the wrestling business of maybe cutthroat, but also it's also great too to see guys like Sean, having an opportunity to wrestle at a GCW event, which hardly ever happens to a lot of these smaller indie guys at all.
Some guys in wrestling they crash and burn when they get there. Like it happens. But some guys they succeed. They have great careers because they work hard at the craft, And the thing is with wrestling is that you just got to keep putting the work in. And if you keep putting the work in, you might go to these bigger companies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. It's great stuff to see, and but also as well, that goes with YouTube too. You don't know who's watching, so you got to keep putting forth the content, the effort to make these shows
100%
what they are.
But last and final thing, as well, because this has been fun this past week, and before we get to that, I do want to clarify. We apologize from yesterday because I just needed just a day off. So for those who were expecting yesterday,
and I forgot I want to touch. I'm sure the people are completely understanding over it. But yeah, Rob told me, hey man, I don't feel like streaming tonight. I'd like the day off.
It's just one of those days I just wanted to sit back and chill. Like it was like a typical Saturday. Saturday. Yeah, just want to just. And
for me, honestly, I wanted to chill too, but also I forgot that we had this show.
Yeah, so it's all about me not having a mental stroke over there.
So I had a mental fucking doom, like Windows 15 tabs are open and one of them is frozen. So
well, that's just so we got a couple more things before I got up here. Drew Ghoul I actually finally got booked on one of the indie shows. After we're not going to go more into detail. If you know, you know. If you have followed up on it, apologies on that one. I had hiccup and a burp at the same time. Not a good combination. But and actually go back to a couple of WWE because I did see a couple of things too that we're seeing it. We have a couple of big deals that actually big and I would say a medium deal kind of are starting to expire. Obviously, the big deal is Becky Lynch. I still think she stays, but for me, I want to bet that she's going to take the time off before she resigns a new deal.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like she's taken the time off to go be
And
a
honestly,
mom.
she's been with this company since 2015?
2014, 2014,
Oh,
I think.
2014.
She was part of
She
the women's revolution thing with the horse women.
the four horsewomen.
Yeah, she's
I
been here
mean,
since 2014.
I mean, it's a well-deserved time off after spending almost a decade with. Then again, I think she's earned it. I mean, and I get it too. At the same time, too, she also got a kid. She's got to also watch after too. While Seth also rehabs, which speedy recoveries to him after that torn meniscus, which that's really unfortunate. But then
Yeah,
again, that's Seth Rollins in the nutshell because the dude, no matter what
bro,
injury he has,
he worked with it, and I thought the injury itself was like a whole work. I thought it was a work. I thought he wasn't really hurt. No, he was really hurt. He was
oh
working
yeah,
so.
the dude got the fucking surgery for that.
Yeah, he had to literally have a surgery. So
Um,
yeah,
another deal that's set to expire, and that's Chad Gable. It's good. His deal set to expire, so I'm
he's
not going to put
resigning.
him.
He's
I think
he's
he
he's,
resigns.
he's still on that feud with fucking Sammy. So he's gonna resign.
So actually, since we touched a lot because right now probably the biggest news. And yes, I know this one was WWE TNA, and rightfully fucking so, because obviously with Jordan Grace showing up, because we as we said before, we reached okay, the Royal Rumbles was one and done, and obviously nowadays we live in the age where a lot of insiders leak shit, people spoil shit, which I fucking hate. It's one of my biggest pet peeves as a pro wrestling fan.
I
That's
don't
here.
like it either. The worst thing that I don't like is when WWE goes overseas for like a SmackDown taping or a Raw taping, and every time I'm on Twitter, it's spoiling the fucking episode.
That's like let us most of people watch it. God damn it!
Like, let us watch this shit before you post shit.
Exactly. But speaking with the WWE TNA partnership, this has been months in the making, and more talent crossover is being planned.
Yeah.
Let's just say the shit's about to hit the fucking fan at this point in time. Oh God, how did Justin Roberts say, "Ladies and gentlemen,
Shit's
about
to
to hit the fan." I'm sorry, that still fucking cracks me up.
I think he changed it up recently before the Anarchy in the Arena, though. He changed it up a little bit. I forgot what he said this time. But it wasn't shit's about to hit the fan. It was something else. But the first time the Anarchy in the Arena happened, and he said that, I fucking died.
Because he knew shit was going to go down.
He knew shit was going to go down. Everybody knows the shit was
So,
going to go down.
and this actually came out a couple of days ago by Andrew Ravens. Like I said, take all the different news with a grain of salt, but I kind of want to go touch on this as well because I think this has kind of been because right now that's the kind of biggest talking point is WWE, not just WWE, but also TNA as well. Because as we said, Jordan Grace, which boy, that was a really best kept secret, not just from the Rumble, which I'm still have not recovered from me. The fact that they kept her NXT appearance fucking quiet, it's like, wow. But WWE and TNA had big plans for their working relationship, which officially started this week. TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace will challenge NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez for her title at the June 9th NXT Battleground pay-per-view. Grace is slated to wrestle Stevie Turner. Oh my God. Well, it looks like
That's
Jesus.
this week coming up.
Oh my God. And Stevie Turner, who I
posted the match card of her and Stevie Turner. I'm like, this is real. This is really gonna happen.
Because it's like, because I want to make sure. Because look, a lot of the shit, like you want to pinch yourself and make sure it's fucking real. You're not dreaming. No, this shit's fucking real.
She's gonna have a match on NXT as the TNA.
And look, I know Triple H has gotten a lot of shit for different things,
bro.
But striking up a partnership with TNA,
bro,
that's fucking huge.
Thumbs,
not just especially just for TNA, because I do, like as we've said before, this is going to really help to get TNA eyes, or get eyes on TNA. Number two, this is definitely going to help out WWE as a whole, and
Do
that
you
also
know
includes.
how many? Do you know just by this partnership? You know how much their ratings will improve for TNA?
It's going to
A
go up through the
lot.
roof.
It's gonna go up like the roof. Like if, you know they have a glass ceiling.
Oh yeah, they shattered
They
that bitch.
busted through that bitch.
They busted his heart.
Wait, what? Were you about to say something dirty?
Sorry, my juvenile brain was going in a whole different direction. But I was going to say they were going to bust that through that glass ceiling like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory towards that ending of that movie.
I mean,
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, if I want to see something rated R, I would.
In a way, it was like that.
But
because the elevator in that scene went.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That's what I meant.
And they were rocketing. They were rocketing out. Literally, it was a glass ceiling. They rocketed out of that bitch.
Yeah, that's basically how this is this is going to be like for TNA. Yeah. But also this.
I thought you were going to say something fucking dirty for a minute.
That's where my brain was going, but I said, "Nah, I'm gonna tone it down a little bit."
You said, "No, I'm gonna keep PG."
Because shit, I mean, you are like, and as I shared that TikTok with you, we are pretty much Ted and Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
Literally, that's us.
In a nutshell, basically.
I think it was talking about like this like Canadian kid show or some shit, and it was like it was like beavers and shit, and it was like funny.
If you know the different terminology for the word beaver,
it's funny.
If you know, you know.
The scene's funny because of it.
Because that's basically us in a nutshell.
As you have to think dirty. That's the thing with that scene.
And what really gets me was the fucking wood. It's like, well, there it goes. That's it.
No, what gets me is like every fucking term that they were saying, you see them just fucking dying. and you have what's her face just sitting there like, really, guys?
Like literally, like Heidi Knight laughed at that shit. Like you got no fucking soul, no sense of humor after that. I'm sorry, but that's some bullshit. But that's besides the point.
She was looking at it like it's a kid show. Stop thinking dirty.
I mean, you really can't blame them because the way how it came off would look fucking dirty. I'm just besides that. But going back to this article though, before we get derailed, as previously reported, fans should expect
derailed.
Oh, then again, that's what people love. As previously reported, fans should expect to see more crossover. As reported that Grace's appearance at PLA would not be the only WWE TNA collaboration in the days ahead. The belief is that.
So here's the thing: we're not talking about weeks ahead. We're not talking about months ahead. We're talking about days ahead.
So we could see some NXT representation on Thursday.
So like we could get something on Thursday, but we could get something next Monday or something next Friday. Like, or something next Tuesday. Like, they're not saying, months down the line. They're talking about days ahead. They're talking about something could happen a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. At Battleground, something might happen. Who knows?
Who knows what would happen? As we said, the shit's going to hit the fan at the end of the day. And WrestleVotes also reported that the partnership has been months, and as we said, been months in the making, and there are plans for additional superstars to make the crossover appearances in due time. WWE is said to have loved the feedback and energy from Grace's Royal Rumble appearance in January.
Yeah.
So, look, TNA may not be the big company, but to get kind of that kind of reaction from Jordynne Grace and for WWE in the size of WWE, that really does say a lot of what according to what these backstage people think.
Definitely.
But besides that, and also it says that both companies are said to be understanding that a slow and thoughtful approach is the best way forward in the beginning stages. Which is true, and at the same time is a very smart approach because let's you don't want to fucking rush this shit because if you do, that's a huge bag fumble.
Yeah.
Or as anyone put this in other football terms, like the butt fumble. Sorry, Jets fans, I'm going to have to bring that up. But I think that is going.
Why'd you have to bring up 2012 Thanksgiving? Huh?
Oh, come on, it's funny.
Why'd you have to bring up their pain, bro? Come on, bro.
They're always in pain. Let's be real here. But
Yeah, they've been in pain for like a decade. So yeah.
But and that's the thing too. Like, a couple more thoughts because we talked about this on Friday too. The possibility we could see a new NXT Women's Champion with Jordan. I'm sorry, but that would make me fucking shit a brick. If I'm sorry to see her held the TNA Knockouts Championship and the NXT Women's Championship. That really does. That's gonna really
for her to be a mainstay on TNA. For her to be a mainstay on NXT as well for a minute.
That Jordan Grace is really doing something right.
Like if you trust her enough to hold another company's title,
it's about
it's crazy. That's crazy to me.
It really is, and the fact that we're finally getting a proper partnership with a smart approach. Like I said, this WWE can have their own forbidden door at this point, and we're gonna see somebody just knock that shit off the hinges.
I feel like what WWE needs to do is not do what AEW did with that partnership.
Oh, with New Japan?
No, with Impact. When they had Impact, that partnership.
Oh yeah,
where have one of their stars go over, win their main title, and then hijack that shit.
Yeah,
like that. I would not do that. I would honestly have them go over there, have a match, get put over their opponent, and then same thing with TNA. Have their wrestlers go to NXT or go to Raw, SmackDown, whatever. Get put over or lose to a WWE talent, and then eventually you can have them win each other company's titles.
And plus, here's another thing that just popped in my head too. This could also be a test for any TNA superstar that wanted to be can go WWE full time and make
a test. Can they get over? Can they get over within a huge arena?
Well,
on a Raw or on a SmackDown. They could that's a test.
Well, we're gonna find out. That's for sure. Jordan Grace, for me, he's already passed the test twice in terms of the crowd reaction she's gotten.
For me, she passed it once because the Rumble was at an arena. And NXT is just at the Performance Center, so there's not that many fans.
Either way, she's still over as hell.
She's still over. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like she already passed the test at the Rumble. I feel like the NXT crowd was just another prize, so to speak.
Yeah.
But shit, he's over with them too,
Oh, actually, I forgot one more topic. I almost completely forgot about this. We do have according to wrestling, we do have a backstage update on the WWE status of Brooks Jensen following his cryptic social media posts. Brooks Jensen. So apparently, Jensen is reporting working the New England in NXT, which saw him recently got kicked out of an NXT live event in Tampa, Florida. Jensen was said to be sitting in a previously occupied seat, holding a quote. Brett would have booked this better sign. A reference to NXT lead creator Shawn Michaels' longtime WWE rival. So it looks like we're going to get a different Brooks Jensen.
I feel like we're gonna get a heel Brooks Jensen here.
It looks like that's what they're going with Brooks.
Yeah.
Because it also did say that Brooks Jensen had the wrestling world worried about his employment when he added his booking email to his bio on social media. Often a sign that a wrestler has been let go from WWE or can take independent bookings once again. According to the new report that from Fightful Select, Brooks is still with the company. Yeah, it looks like this. We're going to get
he's working the shit out of us, and he's using social media to do it.
And honestly, that's fucking genius.
It is genius, and I commend Brooks Jensen for it. I do. And he also tweeted, "Oh, you prefer a woman who comes in there and twerks over me?" Wrestling,
and it's kind of funny too because it's not we kind of seen this kind of angle before. Not exact. This new storyline is TV bound, though. No word or on when Willie began playing in the televised product. However, this storyline is reported similar to Grayson Waller's previous feud with Shawn Michaels, and we all know how really that was actually pretty great too.
That was a really good feud.
Until fucking goddamn Grayson Waller fucking faked me out on the goddamn Peacock, you fucking bastard.
Dude, I'm like, dude, I'm watching like NXT and next one. I'm like, when did I?
Dude, like literally, that's. I was like, God damn it! You had
funny too. You know what's funny too? It was just WWE capitalizing on the Tubi debacle from the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that was the Tubi.
They were capitalizing on that because that happened, I think, the week before at the Super Bowl when at halftime they faked this out.
Yeah, but really quickly going for the remote.
I was like, wait, who changing the channel? My family's yelling at me because they're like, oh, did you send the remote? I'm like, no, what the hell is going on? I'm like, oh, it's an ad.
Honestly, a really well built ad, might I add.
It had everybody in America just fucking panicking, even me.
So yeah,
like, where the fuck is
so screw you, Grayson Waller. But but like I said, as we said,
that's Tubi's fault. WWE just capitalized on it. That's on Tubi.
But like I said, genius by Brooks, because look, out of that tag team, if I would have had to pick like who could be a single star out of that group, it would have been Brooks to me, because we know what's going on with Josh Briggs, and
Josh Briggs is just a fucking dick. But
fucking scumbag. If you know it,
if you know, you know. But here, the funniest thing from that tag team though was when they were in that storyline with the love interest.
Yeah, which was very fucking cheesy.
And it was the backstage thing, and he was like trying to teach him how to kiss. Like, you go 90, I go 10.
And for those who don't get that reference, that's from Hitch.
Brooks was just fucking dying.
Also, here's another fun fact about Brooks Jensen. Do you know who his dad is?
Who?
Bull Buchanan is his dad.
B squared.
B squared.
B squared. Yo,
so his father is a former WWE All Japan and Pro Wrestling Noah star, Bull Buchanan. The guy that also got stuck to the rights of censor bullshit. I'm sorry, but that's still.
His best gimmick was B squared with Cena. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I completely forgot about it. I'm sorry, but
that motherfucker didn't say ship booyah. Why? You don't say ship that?
But I'm actually kind of glad that actually WWE's actually given Brooks Jensen a chance to grow as a singles competitor, because he may not. I'm not saying he's not great in the ring, but there's something there. I think give him enough time. Boy, I think he can be a really solid heel. Could he be on the Grayson Waller level? That could remain to be seen going forward. But seeing how this has all been playing out, the fact he actually was, playing social media to his advantage, genius in his own right is one. But also two, I like this kind of direction. It's like, okay, like you already broke up the tag team, and Fallon Hellion, who God knows what she's doing, doing her own thing.
She just turned heel on Thea Hale. She turned heel on her, so they're feuding.
Even though
that's
lay
what
off the
doing.
coffee, Thea.
They're having her feud with Thea,
which I'm okay with, actually.
Which she's feuding with Miss 15 energy drinks.
No, honestly, lay off the fucking coffee.
And coffee.
But I will say this too, though, about Thea.
Every time Ava says something like you're going to be a match, she gets overly excited. I'm like, holy shit, calm down.
No, like, one thing I'll give Thea, I mean, besides her enthusiasm, I've really liked her progress in the ring so far since.
She's great.
At 19, literally, like
19 years old.
And and then she has not hit her full stride in her 20s.
She's actually 20.
Either way, she's just getting started.
Yeah, and she's super young, and for her to be that seasoned, that young in the ring,
that should tell you a lot of WWE and just NXT as a whole, or giving her an opportunity.
I feel like she's gonna be ready on the main roster by, I would say, 23, 24 years old.
Yeah, give or take.
Like,
unless they want to do it this way, like have it perfected a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like add more season into it. Hell, why not? I could see her could be a women's North American champion at some point. I mean,
I
you already
see it.
introduced the belt. Why the fuck
I see
not?
it. Yeah.
But outside of that, it's been one hell of a fucking week. I will say that much in the world of professional wrestling. Mostly it's been very good, actually, which is
There's
very
been a lot
surprising.
of like positive news from the wrestling business.
Which is not to say surprising, but it actually feels like a breath of fresh air because the last few months has been either
Negative after
fucking
negative
50-50.
after negative after negative. It's just like,
Can we get any fucking straight positive news for a change? And
we did.
it had to take the month of fucking June to finally get this shit.
Yep.
Between May and June, it's like, but that being said, guys, appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and Tyler for the It's Me Podcast episode number 78. We are 12 episodes away from episode 100, which is some crazy shit.
Yeah. That just shows you how much fun we've been having doing these shows.
Yeah, even though most of it has been off the fucking rails, which is not no surprise compared to
that's us. We just go off the fucking rails half the fucking time.
Well, yeah, if you guys want to check out as well, make sure you guys check out me and Tyler's social media. That'll be linked below. You know how it is. We're not gonna really do what how it is over here. And with that being said, if you guys new, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Definitely share this out, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Peace.